is
This
money.
doesn't pay.
The money is great.
Anthony Averett.
How was the scrimmage?
Scrimmage went well. Definitely went well for us, especially on offense and defense as well. I mean, offense made a lot of plays and it helped us work, like let us know work on what we had to work on, so it went well.
Who won?
Obviously, I really don't know. How we scrimmage, you usually just don't know who really won. But, yeah.
Like we have cornerback usually says. Usually it's defense won.
Defense, yeah.
Seems like there were quite a few like passing touchdowns. I guess Jalen had 4. Nick said. I guess what do you see from the passing attack specifically? This
I mean, I think all 3 of the quarterbacks that play, I mean, they're good at throwing the ball down the field, and actually it helps us because we wanted to defend all the deep balls, so it helps us let us know what we need to work on. So.
How's Trayvon Diggs looking at corner? I know Nick said he worked with the ones.
He's doing very well. I mean, he's a young guy, so I mean, there's a lot of things he need to work on. A lot of things all of us need to work on as a whole, obviously. But he's doing very well.
How did you guys do against Calvin and Robert Foster? How do you feel like that matchup went in the scrimmage?
With me,
you guys matching up with them?
I think we match up with them every day in practice. So I mean, it's something that's not really new to us, but I mean, I think we matched up very well with them.
Are you surprised at all how quickly Trayvon's kind of taken to that position, especially he didn't really play that in high school and he kind of came in as a wide receiver?
Yes, I mean, I feel like he picked it up quicker than I did. I mean, I was kind of like similar to him. I played a lot of offense in high school and just transferred to defense when I got here. So he's definitely took that very quickly, took it very well. So yeah.
How do you know he's taking that well? I mean, is it hip placement or something like that? How do you know kind of he's picking up pretty quickly?
He just make plays on the ball. I mean, sometimes you just have to be natural at it, and that's what I feel like he has.
How much does Coach Ainsley help deal with the defensive backs?
Ainsley helped big time, man. He texts us all the time. He always keeps us together. So Ainsley, he plays a big part.
What kind of coach is he though? Is he hands-on kind of guy? Is he active?
Very active, very hands-on. Just like you said, he's definitely into us very well. He's just always trying to coach us. He's gonna coach us to the end. So yeah.
What are some of your personal goals as you sort of step into that number 1 cornerback role this year?
Just have a better season than last year. I mean, just improving every aspect, technique, playbook, every aspect of playing corner, just everything.
How do you feel like last year went for you, given that it was your first year to start?
I think last year went very well, just being my first year to start, and next year I just want to become even better, even more dominant than I was last year. So.
What do you feel you've evolved since this point last year when you were kind of just getting into that first team group?
Yes. I feel like I evolved quite well. It's going to be my second year. I feel more experienced. I'm more comfortable with pro play calling and everything, so I feel very well with it.
What was one of the biggest lessons you learned?
From last year, the biggest lessons, just don't take any plays off. Just keep going hard regardless of what's going on. That's pretty much it.
Speaking of first year to second year starter, what would you say about Jalen insofar as how he's come along?
Well, he's definitely he's been working very hard during the off season and showing even in his first spring. I feel like he had a very good spring scrimmage like we just had. I feel like he's better from last year already, so it's definitely a plus for him.
Do you see a difference in Robert Foster?
Yes, I mean I feel like he's more experienced. I mean he knows what he's doing. He's still fast. He's still a guy that you have to chase around. Just keep your hands on him. So he's a very good player.
What about Cam Sims? Have you gotten a chance to match up against him?
No, I haven't really. He's been in the slot more. I haven't really matched up with him.
Do you get to see him, how he looks in the slot, or you just focus on your guy?
I actually do see him. I mean, he does. He makes a lot of plays. He's starting to come up and really step up as a good senior too.
He's kind of bigger for a slot guy. What is that like as a defensive back, kind of having that bigger guy coming up?
As a defensive back, I mean that's a mismatch problem. I mean he has good height, good size. He can throw a jump ball. I mean, so it's a good mismatch.
Mink started the spring out at corner, kind of opposite you, and now I guess he's moved a little bit back to safety. What role fits him best? I mean, he's one of those vocal guys back there. He filled in for Eddie last year. What role do you think he's best at?
My opinion, just leadership. I mean, he pretty much can do everything in my eyes. Put him at corner, safety, star, wherever you want to put me, he can play. And whatever Saban wants to play him or wherever he wants to experiment with him, he's willing to do that. So.
Do you need one of those kind of leaders at that safety spot? Somebody to make those calls. Is that important?
Yes, yeah, you definitely need a vocal leader, something like how Eddie Jackson was. So, yeah, definitely.
How well do him and Ronnie pair together back there?
They paired together very well. I mean, at the end of the season, I feel like they created a little bond together because they played a little good short stretch up on the street season next to each other. So I feel like they played very well together.
How do you feel like Tony Brown's coming along? Tony Brown. How do you feel like he's coming along? Tony
He's
Brown.
coming along again. I mean, he's coming along as well. He's experienced. I mean, it's another guy we have to come back in the secondary. So I feel like we have a lot of experience in secondary, and he's coming along very well.
You're a guy that's obviously waited your turn and had to work your way up through the system. What do you tell Hootie, a guy that has bided his time and tried to kind of find a niche in this team? What do you tell him this spring?
Just go out there and go hard every day. I mean, I definitely took advantage of it once I got my opportunity to play, and just opportunity just to get better and just play with the ones. And I definitely, I just took full advantage of it.
So is Jerry Jeudy as good as advertised?
Yes, he's very good. He's similar to Calvin. They're very similar. So that's why I kind of compare it to him.
He's still the fastest guy in the team. He's still the fastest guy in the team.
Oh yes,
Okay.
What's that like? Kind of seeing. I mean, Calvin's even said that having two, very similar guys on opposite, maybe playing together. Almost like having a little clone out there a little bit.
Yes, it is. Like you said, it's like two clones. I mean, having both of them on both sides is definitely going to be a problem for any defense. So he definitely compares him to Calvin, being honest.
Thanks, Anthony. Appreciate it.
Thank you.